All right, guys, we're back. Cartersville, Georgia. Brady Marchese. So, boy, that name Marchese, that's really fun. That's a fun name. Of course, imagine if he goes to the Green Bay Packers. That's what I was thinking about today. Just the branding of Marchese. But he is this player. I mean, I know that people are going to say he's another, Georgia receiver, that he is a very, very good receiver. He doesn't play like Ladd McConkey. So, every receiver from the state of Georgia doesn't have to be Ladd. He's 6'1". He does play more like Cooper Kupp does, and he's looking like a top 15 wide receiver. I think he's criminally underrated in 24/7. I mean, he has really, really good speed. His size is 6'1". He gets up to 20 miles per hour per game. He just burns people. Like, watch this right here. And maybe he was under-recruited because they know that Georgia, owns the Cartersville area high school. And I wonder, what quarterback is near Georgia is the McWhorter family, or Cartersville. I think it's McWhorter. So either McWhorter plays at the rival school or he's the quarterback. But this is a similar high school to Trevor Lawrence, I believe, like this purple Cartersville High School. This is a decent route. I mean, I'd say he's almost like DK Metcalf, where his fly routes are just impeccably hard to guard, like his 9 routes. Here he's going to run kind of a fake. We're going to fake the corner, and then we're going to come in on the dig like a 6 route, right? Like a 15-yard dig. And he does have decent cutting ability. He's able to shield the defender. He'll put on some weight. I think Marchese, too. I know I compared him a little bit to a DK or a Cooper Kupp, but he can even be like this year's Jack Bash, who played at LSU. Now, Jack Beck's tape, he was a 4-star out of LSU. He didn't really see playing time at LSU, but he's going to be drafted. And Trey Palmer was another guy who was an LSU receiver who ended up transferring. Wow, that's a great throw in the cover 2. Good recognition here by both, Marchese and the quarterback. And there he's able, sorry, I have that blocked. Let me see right here. Oh my gosh, the light show. I don't love the light show, to be honest with you guys. It just makes me a little crazy. Watch this. Gets in between cover 2, catches the football on the run in one motion. This is so smooth. You see, I'll pause it, and we'll emphasize this clip. So this is a great transition. Not only is he catching the ball, and sure, you want to retain the catch and not look to do your move, because sometimes you could drop passes like this, and then what do you say when someone drops it? Secure the catch, then do the movement. But this is what Tet McMillan does so well at Arizona. This is what really good receivers are able to do. They're able to catch the football, kind of have the spatial awareness then to get into your next move, and suddenly this turns into a 15-yard gain, and now this is an absolute house call. So the one thing you can point to is that in this division, I mean, the statistics he's pointing up, I mean, it looks like he has maybe 5 or 6 70-yard touchdowns, which is just unbelievable. So I think Georgia Tech was also on Marchese pretty early on in the process. I'm telling you that he looks like, just to me, look at this catch. I mean, this is springy. This is so athletic. This throw is high. It's a hot throw. It's it's coming out 100 miles an hour to the outside corner. He's able to just snag this. So you see the springiness, you see the athleticism, of Marchese. And, He's a big-time player. This is going to be down the sideline. This is going to be full, all-out catch at the catch point. I'm telling you, on your wrist, when you're catching that on turf, that kills your wrist. You got to be incredibly strong to make a play like that. That's why football players, man, even when you're full-out diving, it'll take a toll on your body. It will, even when you're not getting tackled. Bullies the guy, bullies this dude, throws this dude in the ground. Actually, yes, he did throw him in the ground. I was right. The running back just got into the end zone there. All right. That was like an inadvertent block. This is a big-time football player. I have a hard time, ranking this guy as not a high 4-star, not like near the top 10, and somebody who could maybe even be in the top 10 when this is all said and done. I really want Marchese to be an NFL player. I want him to be Ladd McConkey. I want him to be a first-round pick. Right now he's ranked as the 88th receiver in this class. I mean, if you buy stock in that, this is such a good player to buy stock in. I think he's incredibly underrated as a 3-star. He is going to Georgia. I wonder if he'll get the Georgia bump. But 6'1" and can run like this, I mean, you don't see that all the time. And he's really, really explosive. All right. So do people think he's really coverable? Are people knocking? I just don't know. It's very interesting to me. He is an 88, which is, it's a decent receiver. Maybe his tape and fundamentals is really good, but maybe they'd say limited route tree, and I know he gets up to 21 miles per hour, but it's inconsistent speed, and he's 6'1", so maybe on the outside, like a really athletic cornerback that you're going to see in the SEC, is going to be able to shut him down a little bit. But I think that, especially with years of seasoning, maybe because he is so strong already, maybe they view the ceiling of other players as higher. I think his ceiling is really high. He makes contested catches. He pretty much does everything. This tape is pretty much immaculate. Yeah, that's just a tremendous catch. So I think that Georgia's getting a great, a great receiver, which isn't a surprise. In the state of Georgia, he'll be overlooked for guys outside of the state. Marchese's a big-time player. He should be a 4-star. He should be a 93 instead of an 88. And Georgia's getting an elite player, an elite, physical, 6'1" specimen that can play on Sundays.